Hey guys, how you doing? I actually wanted to make a quick video on the progress of what I ended up calling the 157 Studios car viewer. So I wanted to make people be able to paint for these games, even the Thunder 04, 03, any of the EA PS2 games, next gen, doesn't matter. I've been hell bent on getting a website or a version of the old EA Sports paint booth before we ended up finding the original, but I ended up making it to where every single EA model besides 08, 360 for the COT and Gen 4 are not on here yet, but I will eventually. But basically what you can do now is if you go to the main website, NASCAR10definitiveedition.com or .weebly.com, you can go on now. You can see, select 09 COT, 09 Gen 4, 09 PS2 trucks, or PS3 trucks, 08 Toyota, 08 COT PS2, the truck PS2, NASCAR 06 and 07 Ford, the NASCAR 06 and 07 slash NASCAR Sim Racing Dodge, the 06 and 07 Chevy, the Thunder 04 and 2005 Chevy, the Thunder 04 Pontiac, the Thunder 04 and 05 Ford, the Thunder 04 05 Dodge, the NASCAR 05 to 09 Modifieds, the NASCAR Thunder 03 Dodge, the NASCAR Thunder 03 Chevy, Thunder 03 Ford, and Thunder 03 Pontiac. So what you can do now is if you go to the website, you can scroll down. Each individual, like if you go in and want to do a COT paint, you just go in here, hit download templates, takes you directly to the page right here, and you can go in and download the template that you want. And you can use paint.net, you can use Photoshop, doesn't really matter. But you can go on here, nationwide car set assets for NASCAR 09, the Cup Series, the Truck Series, and then all the PS2 NASCAR assets are here. If you want the 3D models, the Blender model button's right here as well if you want to use it in like Blender to mess around. But you can go right here to PS2 NASCAR assets, and all of the templates are here for you. Then you can go and paint your own stuff now. The one thing I wanted to do was make this as easy for people who can't actually get Blender to run on their computers. Now you don't need it. You can technically run this directly on your phone. So let's say if I wanted to go in here to paint.net. Let's say I want to go in here to this car here. This is a NASCAR 09 paint booth paint from back in the day from Ann and Roy's Paint Garage. What we'll do is save this into desktop. And let's do it right over this one right here on downloads. But if you want to see what the templates look like, it'll look just like it did back in the day. Everything's separated, and you can go in here. Let's just say I want to put in, I don't know. Let's change the paintbrush size. Say, I need another color. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Say I go in here and put high right on the hood here just to test it out. Go and save as, go back to downloads, and let's say I want to do this as a PNG file because that's what it accepts right now, and we're good. We'll go back to the website and you can go in. So we did a Ford or a Dodge, so we go to NASCAR Thunder 04 and 05 Dodge, go browse, select it on, boom, there's your paint. Same thing with the NASCAR 09 COT. Go to upload livery. Go to, let's just do a different one. Let's just say this one right here. Boom. Your paint automatically loads, and you can check on, be like, okay, I want to make sure that my alignments are correctly on the fender. You can zoom in. You can rotate as much as you want. You can drag stuff around. You can literally do what you would do in Blender and not have to worry about your computer not being up to snuff to be able to do this. So now anybody can go and paint again. We're trying to upload as many template variations as we can currently to the paint booth, and it's all by Off Zero and a few of our other guys here at 157 Studios Tiburon. But anything that you want, you can go in and paint your own COTs now, like back in the day. And whenever the online side, if it comes back, you can actually make your online paints back in the game again. Or even if it's not online and you just want your own custom paint in general, whenever we're done with the other side of the tool, we'll be able to have an auto converter which will take your paint that you ended up making and be able to input it into the Xenia version of the game. and you can just have it automatically install into the slot, and your car will just load. Or if it's going to be a DLC slot, let's say if you're making like Jeff Gordon's like throwback paint, you can sit there and add it as a DLC slot, add it to the game, and it'll just automatically load after it's converted. That will be coming later on once I get the NASCAR 09 paint booth. The goal is to basically take this right here, the photo upload and the uploads, and convert these over to where it will output. Basically, we have to restart it from scratch. We have all the assets for it, but once we get there, that's going to be the main thing. But while I'm here, it's not done yet. But once we have our DLC packs out, because we're going to be periodically releasing DLC for the game as well, we actually have a DLC page. And whenever it's done, we're going to have each DLC installed right here. Where it'll be like DLC pack 1 here for like the 40 cars that we did. And each one of them will load in as like a little Thunder plate. And all you'll do is click the Thunder plate and it'll take you to the download, or it'll automatically download for you. But it makes life a lot easier to where now we're not limited on what we can do, and not just a certain amount of people are going to be painting for the game now. Anybody can do it. I try to make this as straightforward and easy as possible because we have not had a good paint community for any of the EA games besides 157 Studios and then our side for NASCAR 09. Those are the only ones that really paint for these games anymore. I want to sit here and get it to how it used to be back in the day whenever Midnight Racing and Big Al Graphics were still alive, to where we can sit there and have users upload any paints, even if they're not affiliated with the mod group. Just upload what you want. I'm still trying to get like a forum set up to where we can actually upload our paints directly. On the paint booth, you see that there's a passphrase here. If you want to be able to upload paints to the game to be able to either put it into a DLC pack for future release, or you just want it uploaded to the game currently, join the Discord server down on the very bottom of the page, and then we'll give you access to where you can upload the paints so we can get them converted in. But all your assets are right here. So if you want Sprint Cup assets, everything's right here. Cup, Nationwide, Truck. I try to make this as streamlined for everybody to where everybody can be able to do this with basically no prior knowledge. Most of us sat there trying to learn to paint on these cars. We just trial and errored it until it worked. Because like right now, we can sit there and go in and do a new paint just like NCRD. All his templates that we have, his templates as well. He had to learn. So it's easy for everybody else now to be able to go in, not have to open up the PS2, try and figure out how to load a file in. You can go in here, just be like, I'm going to load this file up. And be like, oh, let's do this one. Bam, there's the paint. And then you can look in and actually check the lines now. There's none of that loading into different programs. You can just easily go and do this now. But I thank you guys for all the support that you guys are giving for this project. The goal is now, I'll give you a little bit of a future update on like what our plans are. One thing we're going to end up doing now is we're planning on getting a DLC pack out for Xenia, plus the new release for Xenia for the 2010 car set, probably sometime in the next few months. I'm not 100% sure. I'm working on getting a new intro made for the 2010 Definitive Edition, which is taking me a little bit. I'm also working on getting the sound files changed in the game to where we can have new soundtracks in the game like we did on the PS2 version. I'm still hell-bent on trying to figure out how to get the ticker in the pause menu to load in-game so we can have the PS2 overlays back. That's going to be a whole different project. Then on top of that, I'm wanting to sit there and be able to get different car sets. So the current goal, we have 2010 and 2008. 2008 is mostly done. 2010 needs more paints to make a complete car set, but our goal is to have 2007 COT all the way to 2012. That's the current goal. But now that we learned how to get the Gen 4 from the Nationwide series into the Cup Series slot, we're going to sit there and be able to go in, and we can go far back as we want to, all the way to the Gen 4 very beginning, and do literally 1990 all the way up to 2012, if we really wanted to. Until the other little secret part of this project comes out, which I'm not going to say what it is, where we won't have to do any of this at all. That involves models in the game, but that's for future information on that. So I'll just leave it at that. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day.